It's 2 a.m. in the Arabian Sea. No moon, no lights, just the black horizon and the silent hum of a U.S. Navy destroyer cutting through the waves. On radar, a single blip moves suspiciously slow, its transponder dark. This isn't a normal cargo ship. This is a ghost ship, an Iranian tanker running sanctions, hiding in plain sight. And tonight, the U.S. Marines are going to take it. A 750-foot crude oil tanker, over 12 years old, rust creeping up its hull. Officially, it's carrying Iranian crude to Venezuela. Unofficially, it's a floating middle finger to every international sanction. But here's the catch. China has quietly placed this ship under its economic protection. Any move against it isn't just a naval operation, it's a diplomatic landmine. Still, the U.S. has made a decision. No more warnings. Weeks earlier, the U.S. government announced a total blockade on Iranian oil exports. Not a partial one, not a symbolic one, a complete shutdown. Iran calls it piracy. China calls it reckless. The U.S. calls it national security. And the Mahdi? It's about to become the first test case. The U.S. Navy doesn't just charge in, they stalk. An MQ-4C Triton drone, wingspan of a commercial jet, silently circles at 50,000 feet, feeding real-time video to the USS Delbert D. Black, a guided missile destroyer. For 18 hours, they track the Mahdi as it hugs the Omani coast, trying to slip through a gap in the blockade. Then, at 3 a.m. local time, the order comes: intercept. AMH-60R Seahawk helicopter lifts off from the destroyer's deck, rotors slicing the humid air. The pilot radios the Mahdi on open channel. Unidentified tanker, this is United States Navy. Heave to and prepare for boarding. You are in violation of international sanctions. Silence. Again. Heave to or we will use disabling force. Still nothing. The tanker's captain knows the game. If he stops, his ship is seized. If he runs, he buys time. So he accelerates. The U.S. Navy doesn't fire cannons first. They fire light. A Mark 46 Mod 2 illumination flare launches from the destroyer, burning magnesium, turning night into day above the Mahdi. It's a universal signal. Last chance. The tanker ignores it. Now things get real. The USS Delbert D. Black aims its 5-inch Mark 45 gun, the same system from our last video, but this time they're not aiming at the engine room. They fire 2 precision rounds into the tanker's rudder assembly. Impact. The Mahdi doesn't explode, it doesn't sink, it just stops turning. Without steering, the massive tanker veers helplessly, gliding to a halt in open water. Surgical disabling. No casualties, no oil spill, no war. Now, the Marines. 2 MV-22 Ospreys roar in from the USS Boxer, an amphibious assault ship 20 miles away. These aren't ordinary helicopters. They tilt their rotors forward, screaming in at over 300 miles per hour. One Osprey hovers directly over the tanker's deck. Fast ropes drop. Marines slide down. 12 men in 15 seconds. Night vision goggles, suppressed rifles, zero hesitation. They split into 3 teams. Bridge team, to secure the captain and navigation systems. Engine team, to cut power completely. Deck team, to sweep for threats. Inside the Mahdi, chaos. Some crew members resist, physically blocking doors. Marines use compliance holds, not bullets. Within 8 minutes, the bridge is silent. The Iranian captain is handcuffed, staring at a U.S. flag being raised on his own ship. The Mahdi is no longer Iranian. It's now a prize of war. China responds immediately. 2 Type 054A frigates, which had been shadowing the U.S. destroyer from 15 miles away, change course aggressively. U.S. radar lights up. A standoff within the standoff. The American commander opens a direct line to the Chinese flagship. "We are conducting a lawful maritime interception. Maintain your distance." The Chinese frigates stop at 8 miles. No shots, no collision. but everyone's hand is on the trigger. The Mahdi is towed to a U.S. ally port, Bahrain. Its 2 million barrels of crude oil are seized. The crew is detained, then quietly repatriated weeks later. China issues a formal diplomatic protest. Iran calls it an act of war. But the U.S. blockade remains, and 3 weeks later, another ghost ship is caught trying the same route. This wasn't luck. It was layered warfare. Surveillance, drone plus satellite plus sonobuoys, non-lethal escalation, flares, radio warnings, precise disabling fire, rapid boarding, vertical insertion via ospreys and fast ropes, diplomatic firewalls, U.S. allies in Bahrain ready to receive seized ships. The message is clear. You can hide your transponder, you can change your flag, but you cannot outrun a networked navy. Want to understand more about how special operations work in the dark? We break down every mission, from the tech to the tactics, using 3D animations built from scratch. If you made it this far, drop a comment. Should the U.S. have seized the ship, or was this too risky? And subscribe, because the next ghost ship is already at sea. Peace out.